All right, welcome to EOD Gear Improvised. Hey, we're starting the new season late in 2025 to kick off for 2026. So this might be a little weird because this is the first time we're actually recording video as well to post up on your favorite video podcast platforms. And of course, we're always still on all the other platforms for EOD Gear Improvised. So be able to check out all those past episodes and subscribe to us to keep everything going. I have notes, so this is really weird. So I just want to say thank you. 2025 was a pretty crazy year. It launched with SHOT Show, because we exhibited that all the time. And we're exhibiting again this year. So if you're out January 19th, 2021, that time frame, need an excuse to come to Vegas. You have 14 and a half miles of booths with probably about 90,000 people. It's a blast. If you haven't gone, I highly recommend it. So 2025 was pretty nuts. Lots of travel. Went everywhere from, where were we at? Las Vegas and Tampa. Of course, the EOD Memorial. We hosted a class, co-hosted a class with ASP, the company that makes handcuffs and batons. That was a lot of fun. That was up at the Nashville airport. We were in Huntsville all the time. The IABTI, and of course we ran over to England for the Countering Explosive Threats and Demining, as well as NATO EOD Summit in Bratislava. I don't know how many times I was in DC this week, probably more than I care to, and to realize I never want to be in politics. So count your lucky stars, I am not going to run for office, and because I don't think it would work out well. It's a great town once you get in there, but I'm not staying there. So kudos to everybody who does stay there. Really appreciate it. We did wrap up at National Harbor, Maryland for the EOD Summit, which was a really good thing to attend. So this year was pretty nuts. So, we shifted into manufacturing, not just supplying EOD gear. We've been making tools, but we have upgraded and we're now making the lovely Mark Deuce. Everybody knows it, 50 cal de-armor. So we've been showing this out, started shipping kits. We got everything from all the slugs. We also created the new deck cord breech, which was a request from some of the folks we support in working in the Ukraine. So that's Invictus Global Response. That's Michael Montoya's group. So if you get a chance, it's the end of the year. If you have some money you need to hide from the IRS as far as tax deductions, check out IGR, Invictus Global Response. They're doing incredible work. But we made a deck cord breech. Works great. We tested it with US deck cord. We had to make it bigger for the Russian deck cord because it's fatter. I guess it's more like Fisher-Price. The other thing we've continued manufacturing and improving is our pan disruptor rounds. And we made them a little too hot to start with, but we've been replacing those with the updated ones. So these are working out a lot better. We do work with Missouri Science and Technology and for our characterizations. So that's one of the universities that we work with. We're trying to get started with OSU. So if you know anybody over there, plug in with those guys. That's where a lot of guys are getting their masters and their PhDs. Of course, last year we started making time fuse cutters, blasting cap crimpers, so we're still making these in-house. And then we moved into our single shock tube initiator, which is really nice, just fires on the shotgun primer. Made it tactical, so we made it black and brass, real pretty, and then I like the red handle, just so it's a little easier to find. And then who doesn't want a dual prime? But we did something a little bit different. This one is the dual prime because you can actually, if you wanted to fire it single, you can. So you can just move that, or you fire it dual at the same time. So we're making these in-house. So our whole thing has been, we go to these shows, we hear what the speakers are saying, and what they want is industry to work with academia. The difficult part about that is academia's timeline is so long because they have PhD and master students they need to feed. So there's not a real incentive for them to go quickly on a timeline. We're industry or business, time is money, so we have to compress that. And so at the same time, we're being asked to work with academia and our other industry partners. We do that, But then they come right back and say, well, we want everything commercial off the shelf. Well, if you're tying in academia and industry, commercial off the shelf doesn't work either. So it's three-dimensional away from each other. And so it's this weird piece. So what we're trying to do is convert the old COTS, commercial off the shelf, to custom off the shelf. And the way we're doing that is with rapid prototyping. We have people come in here, they're like, hey, we need this. We draw it up, we make it, we have the machinery, we have banks of 3D printers, we have CNC mill, CNC lathe, rockstar team that makes all this happen. So to give you an example, I'm at the Countering Explosive Threats and Demining conference, having a pint afterwards, and one of the guys says, hey, we need a tool that will remove the primer from the 50 cal cartridge, because we just want it, we don't always have M122, so we got to add our squibs, but we need a tool to remove that. So we just kind of drew it out on a cocktail napkin, and I sent it off to the team here, and literally within a week, I think we had it done. I mean, it was ready to deliver. So those are already shipping out. That's the kind of work that we want to do, and I think that's where we best serve. Then, if it comes into production lines, we can, we have partners that can handle massive production. So if you're out there and you have an idea and you want to be able to bring it to market, if we'll sign up NDAs, we can work with, we like working with techs especially, but also anybody in the tactical field. If they have an idea, but like, how do you get it to market? And how do you test and see if it's even viable, if it will sell, and your cost isn't going to be too high? So we really want to help startups, but we also listen to, our customers and go, hey, what do you need? What's working? What's not working? And so how do we fix that and get that going? So here's an idea. I also wanted to show you this. We basically take a block of aluminum like this, and then we end up cutting it out, and then we end up shaving that part off, and that's how we end up with those end uses. So I mean, literally, we're pulling, and even all the steel and aluminum we use is Berry compliant. So there's never even a worry about that. So for all the contracting officers that are working on DOD contracts or other requirements that require Berry compliant tools, we already have that covered. So what does 2026 look like? We had a request, and so, the next tool coming out, we had a question: does the 12.7 millimeter round, which is, I don't have one here, it's the Russian and Chinese version of our 50 cal. It's a little fatter and it's a lot longer, so it just won't fit in the 50 cal de-armor. So if you look at conflict zones, there's no shortage of Chinese or Russian made 12.7 millimeter. So what we did is we took our 50 cal design, we were able to modify it. It's going to be a longer barrel. It's going to have the bullet puller. It's going to have a longer primer removal tool, because just the shell casing alone is so much longer. So we've had to go back and redesign all that, of course, retool it, the machine. So we're doing all that. So we are now making that. So the 12.7 millimeter, so what I want to do is get that out to, people like Golden West Humanitarian Foundation. I want to get that out to Invictus Global Response, Halo Trust, all those folks, Tetra Tech, all those folks that are working, because we have all the conflict zones in Ukraine and as well as Gaza. Africa, still a mess. So there's a lot going on that we want to be able to work into that demining section to help render safe procedures. So 2026, we're expanding that manufacturing part. We still have the catalog. People can still order, whether you're an individual or you're individual buying for the team, you need to use credit card, P card, GSA. We still have all that. And so we have contract vehicles available. So if there's something that you need, maybe you see in the catalog, maybe you don't, but the best thing to do is send us that cocktail napkin with a drawing on it. We'll either make it or just send us your list, and we'll start filling it out. We'll quote it out, because there's just everything is changing so fast. So you really want to be able to, we as a company want to be able to be fluid enough to find best of breed for all the other tools that are out there. And that's part of our strategy when we go to trade shows, is to find other strategic partners that we can work with that can deliver high quality gear quickly and get it back out to you guys, the end users. So that's really where we're at. 2026 is going to be nuts. Like I say, we're going to start out at SHOT Show, and that's in mid-January. I think there's another show with USBTA in Atlanta. We'll probably be at that, but that's like January 6, 7, 8. It's pretty early. And, you know, so we'll probably be supporting there. And then from that, it's just, you know, it's probably just wheels up all the time. Traveling around. Right now, and this is December 13th, we are running a special on the overstock, because a lot of times we'll get contracts, we'll overbuy, it happens. Then we got stuck with all this gear, so we have some really crazy deals going on. It's less than our cost. So if you want to run out, go to EOD-gear.com, click on, I think it's on every page, there's a link on there. You can check out the overstock section, spend more than $100, which of course in the tactical world is pretty easy. You get free shipping, but there's really good deals. The money you're going to save, you won't even care about what the shipping costs if you don't spend $100, because it's really cheap. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. And that's really about it. I really am just so grateful for my staff. They've been incredible this year. We've grown. There's 9 of us. So it's amazing to walk into EOD Gear here in Franklin, Tennessee. And if you happen to be in the Nashville area, if you're going down to the honky tonks downtown, or having a strap hang on a bachelorette party, come on down to Franklin. It's a pretty nice town. Stop in at EOD Gear. You know, we have individuals and team guys come in here all the time, and they'll build out kits, write purchase orders on the spot, but it's also just a great place to come out, hang out, see everything we have. It's a pretty cool spot. So I want to encourage you, if you're in the Nashville area or Huntsville, come on up and have a good time. So really, that's about it. I'm just grateful for the team, grateful for all of you for taking the time to make it this far into this podcast, and just really look forward to hearing from all of you. If you have questions, if you have ideas, let us know. If you're thinking about starting a business and you're wondering if this is going to work, give me a shout and we can float it and see what the market says before you spend a ton of money into research and developing and manufacturing and intellectual property and any of those other things that you think you're going to need first. But just give us a call and anything you got. I appreciate it. Thanks again. Enjoy the remainder of 2025, and let's go kick some ass in 2026.